Good morning, everybody. My name is the Sobre Boys Wale Fatsi, together with Ntwentle Jacobs Lematsela. You know that every Saturday morning we give you the sports program. Today in the morning, our first 10 minutes, we are talking nothing else but the fake news that we saw, whereby people were talking about Kaizer Chiefs is being sold, to be sold to the Arab tycoons. So very disturbing news until Kaizer Chiefs came up with a statement that Kaizer Chiefs is not for sale. But in the meantime, let me welcome Ntwentle. Well, Ntwentle, how are you doing?
My brother, thank you very much this morning. Thank you very much for the opportunity once more. And then I would like to welcome and greet all the viewers at home. And here we are once more, sharing all the good news, sharing all the goodies with you guys. And thank you very much for the support.
Jackie,
let me come back to it now.
We just heard the fake news that Chiefs is on sale. Now, I'll tell you what I think. But viewers out there, tell us what you think. Do you think somebody is perpetuating this deliberately? If that is the case, what is the purpose of that individual, or what is the purpose of that group, if it's a group? Because, you know, Kaizer Chiefs, owned by Mr. Kaizer Mtaung and his family, Dr. Ivan Khoza, owning Orlando Pirates, Jomo Sono, owning Jomo Cosmos. These people are part of history. The late Pine Chabedi, before the current leadership led by Panyaza Lisufi, leading Morocco Swallows, and Ndade Tidiela. You know, Ndade Tidiela has been long in the business of football. And these are part and parcel of South African football. So, you know, if really we can see a picture whereby South African football, it's South African football without Mr. Mutaung, without Dr. Ivan Khoza, I don't think it will sound good. These guys, they've built soccer from nowhere. I remember when PSL was being formed, Mr. Kaizer Mtaung was one of those people who were at the forefront. So you can imagine such a person being wiped out, you know, from the face of everything. So I don't know. It wouldn't sound well. I don't know why those people are doing that. Jackie, what's your comment as far as the fake news?
So it's really sad, you know, because it's clearly showing that somebody somewhere is behind all of this negativity against Kaizer Chiefs. Tell you what, if you look at the way the issue of FIFA came out, it came out as if Kaizer Chiefs did not want to pay Fossa Juniors, which is a team that that ex-player who was playing for Kaizer Chiefs emanated from. And the real truth is that Kaizer Chiefs followed the proper protocol. And then ultimately, what happened is that FIFA themselves, they decided to ban Kaizer Chiefs. Based on what we don't know, but the facts are on the table that Kaizer Chiefs did the right thing. Even the very same player who was involved into this whole thing, he was also surprised because Kaizer Chiefs followed the protocol. And then there came another issue of somebody, Kaizer Mtaung, mentioning that somebody bought FIFA and then football now has been politicized. Somebody go to an extent of buying FIFA to make sure that his team, which is Kaizer Chiefs, is banned. And the whole intention was to make sure that Kaizer Chiefs is relegated. And he even mentioned that will never happen at all, because they know what they're doing. All this negativity. There's another one who wrote that the technical sponsor of Kaizer Chiefs, which is Nike, is going to terminate their contract with Kaizer Chiefs. There is no such. So it shows that somebody is busy dragging Kaizer Chiefs into this kind of a situation that we are in. And it's not good for football. Kaizer Chiefs is a big brand. If whoever that is thinking that because they cannot beat Kaizer Chiefs in the soccer field, and they're trying to destroy Kaizer Chiefs in the boardrooms or in the newspapers, definitely they will never succeed. We're talking of a big brand here. So it's unfortunate now that such things are happening, especially at this time of the year. But I know that Mr. Kaizer Chiefs is knowledgeable, and then he's a very good administrator, and he will be able to do things the right way. I don't know. I don't know why are people doing this kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe it's that thing of pull him down syndrome. They are trying to practice it, of which is not fair. I'm really disturbed. It's so disturbing, because the very same thing it looks like now it's coming to Orlando Pirates as well. These are big brands. You can't just keep on generating these negative stories about these big brands and thinking that they will lose their sponsorships and all those kind of things. It's totally unfair. It's about time that people should stop this kind of behavior, because it's not good for our football. Football must be played in the soccer field, and it must be won there. Don't go around and then spreading all these lies about other brands just because you can't beat them in the field of play. That it's unfortunate. That's the only way that I can describe everything. It's so unfortunate, but somebody's behind this.
I know
That's my
you
opinion.
I know you being a Kaizer Chiefs fan, you are personally touched by this subject.
My brother, I understand that, but
Yeah.
we can put my being my supporting of Kaizer Chiefs aside. Let's just talk football as a whole, generally speaking. It has never happened in England or in other leagues or anything like. It's only happening here in our own league in South Africa. The shenanigans that is taking place, if you look at the cases and all these things, they are not good for our football. And people are thinking that maybe they are destroying Mr. Mtaung or they are destroying Kaizer Chiefs, narrating negativity and all those kind of things. It's not going to happen. People like us, we know exactly how Mr. Mtaung runs that particular team. And we know that he loves us. We know that he respects us as his supporters. So there's no way that he can allow things to go the way that people are trying to portray a wrong picture about our team. It's unfortunate, Joe. It's one of those things.
If you go to, let's say, Spain, you have teams like Real Madrid and Barcelona. Those teams have been there for years and years. With the league, they are the backbone of the La Liga. So you can imagine such teams being destroyed. Teams such as Liverpool, Man United, Man City, big brands in the English football, Juventus, AC Milan, Inter Milan, people interfering. But you know what? It's politics. It's the dynamics of politics. I don't know, as viewers out there, what's your take? What do you think about this fake news? What is the purpose of this fake news? Is to make sure that Kaizer Chiefs lose focus, or what is the purpose? What's your take? So we want to hear your comment as our viewers there. Tell us what you think. As you could hear, Jack is absolutely livid. He's not happy about what's happening. We say people like Kaizer Mtaung, Dr. Ivan Koza, like I've indicated, Dr. Joe Masono, these are the guys who have been there building football. through blood and sweat, you know. And then remember the transition from NPSL to NSL, now from NSL to PSL. So they've been there. So if things happen this way, you know, it should be out of, you know, their own wish, out of maybe Mr. Mtaung says, you know what, I don't want to run football anymore. I'm gonna sell it, but not people creating an impression. And you know, even the price that people were coming up, that's not the price that Chiefs can be bought with. I mean, Chiefs is worth a whole lot of money. One sponsor, to mention Vodacom, for instance, they give Kaizer Chiefs billions, not whatever that was being brandished. And Kaizer Chiefs has a lot of sponsors. So we hope that we'll see the good news going forward. Let's hear what's your take. Jackie, that's how far I can go as far as the story is concerned. We hope that people will make sure that we don't see things like this happening going forward. But like you are saying, maybe it's also going to Pirates. But maybe they have to plan and strategize how to counter that. Thank you very much, Jackie. It was nice having you this morning, and I hope our listeners will be able to give us a comment on this particular subject. Thank you.
Mr. Dow, thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate every moment of it. And thank you very much to our supporters. Thank you very much to our viewers. We really appreciate everything. And keep on supporting us, guys. We are growing just because of your support. And thank you very much, Dow.